No matter what people want you to believe, don't ever turn back on your dreams.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to 3 Degrees of Love Divination. So if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for being here. Of course, I'm a mental health advocate, and I have my experience as a social worker, and of course, spirituality and tarot and oracle and playing cards is all my thing. So, and me sort of combining both worlds, professionally speaking, and, also my spirituality, and how sort of combining that for healing, and of course always leading with professional help, and for me more specifically therapy, and of course that for many different people can have different meaning, if you will. So anyways, so today, of course, if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I will welcome and encourage you to check those out. I did do a sort of Eclipse special collective reading. Most recently, it's a 4-part mini-series, I guess, if you will. So if you want to check that out, all of my videos, of course, will be on my channel, and more specifically, those ones will be linked down below. So again, just talking about how things sort of happen and the synchronicity of things, and how, things just sort of come into alignment. And, this is one of those times again. So, of course, I don't really do unboxings per se, or, on my channel, but of course, there's an exception to everything. I mean, mind you, it is my channel, so I can do whatever I want, but, anyways, I don't focus on doing unboxings very often. Let's just say that. But, it is a joy to do them sometimes. And of course, this sort of being the second unboxing officially, I can say, that I'm doing on my channel, of course, is because I was lovingly gifted this unbelievably huge package that I did not expect was going to come. It's along the same lines, because of course it was also lovingly sent by the same person and team. Serafina, thank you very much. And of course, all of those who are on her team over at Vervain. And so, of course, without further ado, this is the Wisdom of Pooh tarot. And I think it was Cody on her channel where she was talking about how she didn't expect it to be like, she was just expecting like just the deck. And then she got, this big package too. If you haven't seen her walkthrough, I will definitely put it linked in the description box as well. But like, this is kind of how I'm having the same feeling, because like it was the same thing. I was like blown away. My inner children, had me basically, once we finally opened the box, and we were down to this sort of bubble, package, if you will. Like, I literally gave the whole thing a hug. It was that meaningful. And, and of course, yes, all my piggies had to have a little moment of emotional moment, if you will. Yeah. So anyways, also because it's like a nostalgia thing, right? So it was like a nostalgia sort of overload, if you will, growing up on, the story of Winnie the Pooh and, all the characters and stuff like that. What makes this even more special, of course, is because of its sort of connectivity to mental health and mental illness and things like that. So, of course, once I start unboxing this, I'll get right into it. So I just wanted to, from this angle, kind of get you to see how big this package was, or is rather, and then kind of sort of go over it together. So I'm just going to start pulling stuff out. And then we can get comfy and get into all talking about it. So I will be right back shortly. Okay, so this is a little bit better. I just wanted to get, it out of that big bubble wrap pouch that it came in. So, of course, it came with this plushie, as you can see here, which I didn't know I was getting. So, and of course, I love my stuffed animals. So, this is like, just, I'm over the moon to really say that. And just also, let me just say too that if you're not aware, and you haven't seen, I did do a walkthrough of the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. Again, lovingly gifted to me by Serafina, and created, of course, by her and her team at Vervain. And so long story short, from that video, I also was like I said, I was gifted the deck, but then somehow I ended up with 2 copies. So, as a triggering giveaway, once I reach 200 subscribers, that will unlock the giveaway for the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle, and that is a first edition that I still have. And of course, if you guys don't know, it is currently out of print, but it will be coming back again, I think either later this year or next year. So, be sure to, and of course I will have all of their information linked down below, so you can always, check it out, follow along on Instagram, and so on and so forth. So, okay, so let's see here. Besides the plushie, there is the, oh, okay. Okay, so even though I think the card says spring 2024, I want to believe that this got the Wisdom of Pooh and Tigger 2 deck, I think, has been pushed back. So I will, of course, maybe in editing we'll double check on that. But yeah, so it's a thank you card, and then what looks like a notepad. Oh, that's so cute. And a coin, collector coin. Oh, that is so adorable. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Stickers for journaling, and yeah, and a journal too. By the looks of this. So hold on a second. Let me just set this off. And I love how everything came packaged because, yeah, and especially how I'm a stickler for things, and especially when it's new, like, everything for me has to be in like the tip top best quality, shape. I hate when things come dinged and have their dents, and I mean, of course nothing can ever be perfect all the time, but yeah. So it was like really well wrapped in that big bubble pouch, and so I'm truly grateful for that too. And ooh, let's see this journal. Now, I really wanted to rip this open as soon as I got it, but I was like, you know what? No, let's just unbox it with everyone all together. So I've been sitting here within my eyesight every day, right? Just seeing it until I was able to do this. So I held back for you guys, okay? Wow, the cover is beautiful. And it's really soft. It's really got that sort of soft, peachy, rose petally kind of finish on the front. Here's, yeah, the journal. So it's a dot journal. And then they all have the little Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh? Is that what I just said? I think Winnie the Pooh. Picture in the corners. Oh boy. Oh, look at the back. So cool. Thank you so much. I am absolutely blown away by this. Serafina and you guys Vervain, like, wow, like, this is amazing. I'm kind of just sort of chucking my plastic right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, Lena, why didn't she not remember to bring something so you can open this plastic? You knew there would be plastic. Yeah, I know. Okay, but I got it. All right. Like, this is so cool. And even though I had, like I mentioned, Cody's a walkthrough, I started watching it and then I stopped because I was like, no, I can't. I have to watch it after, like all the way through after, because I needed to go through this myself too. So yeah, so I've been seeing some of the reviews popping up, throughout TarotTube, and I've kind of just been holding off on, although, okay, I will admit, the one that I did see, and that was because that was like months ago, which was, of course, the one Dustin did, Modern Metaphysicae. So, but yeah, other than that, no. So, yeah. How it opens up, like, I hope you guys can see this properly. Like, it's like, it's the map. Like, I love how it folds out, and it's like this box. It has a spread cloth. Like, look at this. Oh, it's so adorable. It is so adorable, and it feels so nice. Wow, you guys really outdid yourselves with this. My goodness. And it comes with its own bag. Okay, and then of course the decks, hopefully, yeah, you can still see. So we have the mini deck in the tin, and we have the full size. That is so cute. The tin is adorable. And I love how it's that sort of of course the light had to go out. Hopefully you can still see clearly. The tin is the sort of the flush one, not the one with the lip on the outside. So that's really cool. With a certificate of authenticity. A blessing card. Wow. Created by Seraphina and Angel. Illustrated by Cat L. Amzo. And I have 1297 out of 4,000. Wow, a prayer and a blessing. This is gorgeous. This is very, very, very beautiful. And wow. So we have the minor arcana cards. So we have well, of course, like the cheat cards, I guess. So we have the minor arcana wands, swords, chocolate pentacles. That's cute. And honey pots. That's adorable. Oh my gosh, I am and then we have the major arcana. This, like, wow. So, wow. So, of course, the box here has this sort of foam. Oh, look at the inside of the box. Oh, we can, yeah. Like, so you can totally take out the tray if you don't really want it and just store everything in this box. But I'm a complete nerd, so I probably just Whatever can store in the bottom of the tray, I might put it in the bottom of the tray, but I'm gonna keep everything in the box. At least for now, anyways. This is a whole experience. Like, this is not even, I don't even know if I'm gonna call, if this is really, well, I'm saying that, but I don't really mean that in the sense where, like, you know, like, it is tarot, of course, but, like, again, I should have brought something to cut this plastic. There we go. Got it. And, but I feel like this is beyond tarot. Like, this is this is a whole, like, another experience beyond tarot, I want to say. That's what I want to say. Another blessing. Oh, and the box has the map on the here. I will say one thing. Now, I do, this is in this instance, I would agree with the people who say that they prefer when the box opens all the way. In this instance, just like how the main box opened up, I feel like that's how this one should have opened up. But, because I feel like it's just not doing the map justice here. But it's and only because of that. Like, I'm not really a complainer about, like, either way, the box is fine for me. My sort of beef, if I will have one, is when the cards don't sit flush. But I also have a nerdy solution to that. So, you know, when they don't. But yeah. That would be my only thing. Oh, look at the inside of the box. Oh, that's adorable. That's so cute. And so, and then for this one, I have 4684 out of 6,000. But it's another certificate of authenticity, and of course another blessing and a prayer from Seraphina and Angel. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for this opportunity to review this deck and the gift of it. I am forever grateful. So, of course, oh, and yeah, so it doesn't come with a guidebook from what I'm seeing. It's got the journal, the stickers, thank you card, the coin, the little notepad, the bag, the cloth, the large deck, and then the mini deck, but no guidebook. But it does have these cards, and so I do really appreciate that. I do, like, even if, to me, if you're gonna do a deck and not have a guidebook, this is just my opinion and my preferences. But, like, because I very much enjoy guidebooks and having the guidebooks, and I've explained that in other videos before. But if you're not gonna do a guidebook, I really do appreciate when they do these info cards. I mean, mind you, it's just like keywords. But still, you know, at least there's still something, if you will. So it's exactly, and they're exactly like the mini in that regard. The cardstock is the same linen, only just larger, of course. And this would be the size difference of the cards. Oh, but aren't they cute together? I'm gonna enjoy using these together because, like, you know, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I think I need to do another video. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. If you will. Yeah. So they're, you know, it's exactly the same illustrations for the most part, from at least what I can tell. So while I'm flipping through the cards, I figured this would be a good time for me to go over with you part of why this deck means so much to me, and why, you know, I see the synchronicity, why it all comes together in regards to mental health. So just to make it easier for me to explain, I rather just read this article that I found, written by Annie Renault, and it was published April 25th of last year, 2023. All right, so here we go. Every character in Winnie the Pooh has a mental health issue, and it's great for kids to see. The wholesome 100-Acre Wood crew offer a beautiful example of supporting friends with mental illness. Winnie the Pooh and his pals exemplify support without stigma. And I think that's an insert by Ernest Howard Shepard. It's a public domain. All right, so Winnie the Pooh was a staple in our home when we were... Sorry. Winnie the Pooh was a staple in our home when my kids were little. The calm wholesomeness of the 100-Acre Wood offered a soothing contrast to the internet age's wave of overstimulating and or obnoxious children's entertainment. And all three of my offspring ate it up. In fact, my youngest, now 14, will still turn on Winnie the Pooh videos when he's feeling nostalgic about his childhood. All right. The characters created by A.A. Milne in 1926 have been beloved for generations. One obvious reason is the way Milne tapped into the curiosity and wonder of a child's imagination by making a boy's stuffed animals come to life. A less obvious reason, but the one that has become clearer as mental health awareness and education has spread, is that the characters seem to represent an array of mental health disorders. Not only that, but they also serve as a beautiful example of how friends love and support one another through mental illness struggles. Without stigma, or judgment.
On the mini, it looks the what looks like the beehive, if you will, overflowing with honey. In the mini one, looks a little bit more saturated than the full size.
The idea that the residents of the 100-acre wood represent distinct mental health conditions isn't new. In fact, a paper published in the Canadian
So far, that's the only one with the I've noticed with a color difference.
Medical Association journal in 2000 titled Pathology in the 100-Acre Wood, a neurodevelopmental perspective on A.A. Malign. I really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Explained how the world of Winnie the Pooh and his friends was innocent on the surface, but upon further examination, the paper's authors found a forest where neurodevelopmental and psychosocial problems go unrecognized and untreated. The paper assigns mental health disorders to each character based on criteria from the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Health Disorders. According to the authors, Pooh struggles with ADHD, inattentive type, and OCD, as is also a binge eater. Piglet has generalized anxiety disorder. Eeyore suffers from a depressive illness called dysthymic disorder. Owl has a reading disorder. Rabbit has narcissistic personality disorder. Most other analyses peg him with OCD and assign narcissism to Owl. Both seem to make sense. Tigger has ADHD, hyperactivity, impulsivity type. Kanga is an overprotective single mother, and Little Roo is apparently impacted by both his mom's overprotectiveness.
Same here too. I think the Queen of Honeypots in the mini looks a little bit more saturated, darker in than the full size.
Undesirable peer group. So I'm not a psychologist. This is still the article. So I'm not a psychologist, so I can't really speak, and neither am I. I am not a psychologist, so I can't really speak to the accuracy of these diagnoses. What I can speak to is how many friends and loved ones I can pair
This
up.
artwork is gorgeous. I love the artistry, the soft, what seems to be like a watercolor palette, if you will. It's beautiful. And the cardstock, yeah. And actually, right now I have in mind several different decks that I would probably pair with this, and that would look very, very beautiful together. And but as I said, I need to do another video, so I probably look out for that. Yeah, I probably will do another video and pair some decks with this. Yeah, so if you want to check that out, be sure to hit that notification bell so that you will know as soon as I upload my next video. And as I said, once I get to 200 subscribers, it will trigger the giveaway for the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. Again, lovingly gifted to me by Serafina and her family at Ruin Vervain. And it is a first edition. It is currently out of print, but it is going to be making a comeback around when the companion tarot is going to be launching. So do look out for that. I don't remember the specific date, but when I do find it, I will make sure to link it up in the or down below in the description box. And I will probably put it up on the screen in editing. Yeah, so if I find the info, of course, which I'm sure I can. Also, as part of doing this review, I have been gifted with a $5 off coupon. If you're interested in getting this deck set, or any of the decks individually, I do believe. So I will put the code for the $5 off. Of course, there's no compensation on my part, anything extra than, of course, the loving gift of this set, where that's concerned. But you know, as a thank you, and a thank you for, you know, watching my review. Yeah, so it's the number 3, unlike the spelling of my channel. 3 uppercase, all one word, degrees of love, 5. So I will definitely have that posted on the screen and linked in the description box as well. So thank you very, very much for this amazing opportunity and this very, very generous gift. So, and so there isn't a guidebook yet, but there is coming soon. Is the upcoming big guidebook for this deck, and of course the upcoming, if you will, second edition, Wisdom of the Pooh Tarot and Tigger 2. So, you know, be sure to look out for that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting the guidebook. I really, yeah. And I was already thinking and having some ideas, because I think depending on the size of the guide, the specs of the book, I'm thinking that I probably might end up taking that plastic from the inside of the larger Christopher Robin gift set box here, and that housed the 2 decks. And if the guidebook will fit in the box, then it would be the guidebook, and then, you know, accommodate everything else. And that'd be really cool, like, you know, like Christopher Robin treasure chest, if you will, of, you know, of wisdom of the Pooh. So I think that's really cool. And as I'm going through the cards now too, I'm also, and I mentioned Tigger 2, I have my Disney beloved, I think it's a Christmas special edition, a Tigger plush toy. And yeah, and I so I'm excited for that, to get that and have, you know, well, actually right now it's not here with me, it's actually at my mom's house, but I will have to rescue Tigger very, very soon, so very, very soon. But yeah.
Almost exactly with the pathologies of these characters, and my guess is most other people can as well. We all have a piglet in our lives whose first reaction to anything new is fear and worry. We all have an Eeyore we have to check in on once in a while because we know when we don't hear from them, they've probably slipped down the depression hole. We know people who are lovable but flighty like Pooh, people who vibrate with energy and drive us bonkers by leaping before looking like Tigger, people who exert enormous amounts of energy, getting everything just so like Rabbit, and so on. We can see the psychological challenges of our loved ones and maybe even ourselves in these characters. And the beauty is that if we're lucky, we got to see them early as kids. The 100-Acre Wood crew might offer a simplistic version of the mental health disorders that seem to represent. But that's a pretty good first introduction for children, especially when they're also seeing how this band of friends and neighbors treat one another with kindness and care, thoughtfulness and forgiveness. They will learn the deeper complexities of various mental illnesses and treatments as they evolve later on in life. But a child seeing these characters who struggle in different ways, being there for one another, is a wonderful lesson in itself. In the 100-Acre Wood, everyone has different mental health challenges, but no one is ostracized for them. There is no stigma and no judgment. Sure, sometimes people get annoyed and patience gets lost and feelings get hurt, but that's just life for all of us.
So this is an extra fool here. El Fulio. Aww. Oh, what happened here? Oops. Okay. So we have Pure Joy. These are some of the extra cards. Bravery. And Togetherness. And I love that. Yeah. I love that. I absolutely love that.
The important thing is, in the end, Pooh and his friends show up for one another in big and small ways through it all. They share their harvests. They help one another find things that get lost. They build homes for one another when one gets blown down. They encourage one another to be brave, strong, calm, or happy when someone can be, and they offer company, comfort, and acceptance when they can't. A.A. Milne likely had no intention of purposefully representing specific mental health diagnoses, most of which weren't even in our vocabulary in 1926. But he sure seemed to deeply understand the human condition and managed to create a world where diverse people with different needs and challenges can coexist and thrive together. The fact that kids get to see this in their formative years to see how it might be possible is truly a gift.
For now, I'm going to leave this video here. I hope that you enjoyed the unboxing and the flip through of the cards for both the full size and the mini. As I said, I'll have everything linked down below, and I will be doing a follow-up video. You know, I'll shuffle the cards, and I will, you know, might do a reading with some of the pairings too that I have in mind. So do stay tuned for that.
And that is why this deck means so much to me. And the creative adventure this beautiful crew went on to bring this gift to life, I think is a true testament to exactly how the connectivity among people should be about. This is the perfect story to, that is sort of encompasses everything that I stand for on this channel. That is what I value highly, which is why I created this channel in the first place. So I couldn't be happier for something like this, especially when I'm looking to incorporate this in healing practice with, combining that with therapy. This, I couldn't have asked for a better deck. As it's story based, it really triggers the inner child. It's thought evoking, and right, it brings you right back to childhood for those of us that may have lost that along the way. So yeah, this is why this deck means so much.
I am loved, so are you. I love you. Take care of yourself and each other while you're at it. Don't forget me too. And until next time, always live, listen, and learn. Bye.
No matter what people want.